CNN 3 rockets struck the U.S. Embassy compound in Baghdad on Sunday, leaving one person injured, a U.S. official told CNN initial reports indicate.
The official said the injury was minor and the individual had since returned to duty.
A State Department spokesperson said Sunday evening that they are aware of reports of rockets landing in the international zone, but did not address the U.S. Embassy itself. The State Department did not respond to a query as to whether any embassy employees were injured.
We call on the government of Iraq to fulfill its obligations to protect our diplomatic facilities, the spokesperson said.
There have been numerous rocket attacks on Baghdad's Green Zone, where the embassies of the U.S. and several other Western countries are located, and the area surrounding it in recent months. However, the whole of Iraq is on a heightened state of alert as tensions between the U.S. and Iran have dramatically increased in recent weeks after the U.S. killing of key Iranian General Qasem Soleimani and Iran's retaliatory missile attack on an Iraqi base housing U.S. troops.
Read more.
Close dialogue. Sign up for CNN's Meanwhile in America, a daily analysis of U.S. politics for global readers. Sign me up. No thanks. By subscribing, you agree to our privacy policy. Close dialogue.
The State Department did not directly blame Tehran for the rocket strikes in the Iraqi capital, but the spokesperson's statement made reference to Iranian threats in the region and past attacks by Iranian-backed militias on U.S. interests. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the attack.
The security situation remains tense and Iranian-backed armed groups remain a threat. So, we remain vigilant, the spokesperson said. Since September there have been more than 14 attacks by Iran and Iranian-supported militias on U.S. personnel in Iraq, according to the State Department.
The spokesperson said the State Department would not comment further on the security situation in Baghdad.
Representative Michael McCaul, the lead Republican on the House Foreign Affairs Committee, said in a tweet Sunday that he is closely monitoring reports of a rocket attack targeting the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad.
Violent acts against our diplomatic facilities are simply unacceptable. We must ensure the safety of American diplomats, troops and other Americans in Iraq.
Adil Abdul Mahdi, the Prime Minister of Iraq, condemned the attack and said Iraqi forces have been ordered to deploy, search, and investigate to prevent the recurrence of such attacks, and to arrest those who launched these rockets so that they can be punished.
The Prime Minister said the Iraqi government is committed to protecting all diplomatic missions and taking all necessary measures to achieve this.
Escalating tensions.
Baghdad's Green Zone was initially carved out of central Baghdad by U.S.-led forces after their invasion of Iraq in 2003 and is largely viewed as a safe location, despite frequently being the target of rocket attacks.
Earlier this month, the U.S. Embassy was the site of mass protests in response to U.S. airstrikes on an Iranian-backed militia group at the end of December.
Those strikes were launched in retaliation to attacks by an Iranian-backed Shia militia group known as Kataib Hezbollah, which had injured numerous American military personnel, according to U.S. officials.
In early January, Iran fired a number of missiles at 2 Iraqi bases housing U.S. troops in retaliation for the American strike that killed Soleimani in a drone strike at Baghdad International Airport.
On Friday, the Pentagon revealed that 34 U.S. service members have been diagnosed with traumatic brain injuries following the Iranian missile attack.
This story has been updated with additional details.